Imagine if every thought you have shapes the way you see the world and even determines what you attract into your life. The truth is, your mind finds what you feed it. When you nourish it with positivity, focus, and purpose, you create a mindset that empowers you. But if you feed it with negativity, fear, or doubt, that is exactly what you will begin to encounter everywhere you go. As Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. In this video, we will explore 7 powerful lessons to help you consciously feed your mind for a life filled with peace, growth, and fulfillment. Lesson 1. Thoughts are the seeds of reality. In Buddhism, the power of thought is a central teaching. Our thoughts shape our actions, influence our speech, and direct our intentions. Consider the analogy of a garden. If we plant seeds of compassion, patience, and understanding, our lives will bear the fruits of these qualities. But if we plant seeds of anger, envy, and greed, then suffering, anxiety, and restlessness will naturally grow. In Buddhist practice, this understanding is why meditation and mindfulness are so important. By observing our thoughts without attachment, we begin to see which seeds we are planting each day. We can then make conscious choices to shift our thinking toward kindness, gratitude, and resilience. Each thought we allow to take root becomes a building block for the world we experience. This is why the Buddhists stress the importance of right thought as part of the Noble Eightfold Path. Feed your mind with uplifting and constructive thoughts, and you will slowly notice both your inner and outer worlds begin to transform. Lesson 2. Choose your inputs carefully. The mind absorbs what it is surrounded by. This lesson connects to the Buddhist practice of guarding the sense doors, where we remain mindful of what we allow into our consciousness through our senses. What we see, hear, read, and even the conversations we engage in all leave impressions on the mind. If we constantly expose ourselves to negative news, toxic conversations, or environments filled with gossip and drama, our minds become cluttered and distressed. Over time, this affects our mood, our reactions, and even our beliefs. Instead, choose inputs that nourish the mind and guide it toward peace. Fill your environment with teachings of the Dharma, supportive friendships, and positive influences. Spend time in nature, listen to calming guidance, read words that inspire growth. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you are allowing into your mind. These simple shifts can help you create a mental space filled with clarity and balance. Lesson 3. Turn off autopilot thinking. In Buddhism, mindless reactivity is seen as one of the greatest obstacles to inner peace. Many of us move through life on autopilot, reacting to situations and people without full awareness. These reactions often come from habitual thought patterns shaped by past experiences, fears, or social conditioning. When we continuously feed these automatic responses, we lose control over the direction of our mind. But through mindfulness, we can interrupt this cycle. The next time you notice yourself reacting strongly, pause, observe the thought behind the reaction. Is it anger? Is it fear? Is it jealousy? Acknowledge it without judgment, and then consciously choose a different response. Each time you interrupt autopilot thinking, you reclaim control over your inner world. Over time, it becomes easier to respond from a place of calm and compassion rather than from old habits. Your mind begins to reflect clarity instead of chaos. Lesson 4. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Buddhism teaches that suffering is an inevitable part of life, but it also teaches that suffering can be a powerful teacher. When faced with challenges, our instinct is often to resist or avoid discomfort. However, these difficult moments carry valuable lessons about patience, resilience, and letting go. Think of how monks embrace discomfort as a way to train the mind. A challenging experience becomes an opportunity to cultivate strength and practice non-attachment. When you reframe suffering in this way, you stop fighting reality and begin learning from it. The next time you face a hardship, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Feeding your mind with this perspective builds resilience and transforms pain into wisdom. Instead of breaking you, challenges begin to shape you into a calmer and stronger person. Lesson 5. Practice gratitude daily. In Buddhism, gratitude is more than simply saying thank you. It is a pathway to genuine contentment. The mind is often preoccupied with what it lacks, always searching for something more. This constant craving keeps us restless and dissatisfied. Gratitude shifts our focus from what is missing to what is already present. When we recognize the simple blessings in our lives, we begin to feel that what we have is already enough. Start each day by reflecting on a few things you are thankful for. It might be the warmth of sunlight, the comfort of your home, a kind message from a friend, or even a quiet moment of peace. These small acknowledgments gradually train your mind to notice the good. During difficult times, gratitude becomes even more powerful. It helps you see that even in hardship, there are still moments of light. Over time, longing and dissatisfaction begin to fade. Your inner world becomes calmer, and contentment replaces constant craving. Lesson 6. Visualize your goals as already achieved. Visualization is a form of mental training. In Buddhism, it is used to cultivate qualities such as compassion, patience, and mindfulness. By vividly imagining yourself embodying these qualities, you strengthen the pathways that make them real in your life. If you want to become more patient, do not just wish for it. Sit quietly and imagine yourself responding calmly in difficult situations. See yourself speaking gently, breathing steadily, and remaining centered. Feel the peace in your heart as if it is already there. This is not mere daydreaming. When you visualize positive qualities, your mind begins to accept them as part of your identity. You close the gap between intention and action. Over time, compassion, resilience, and confidence feel more natural because you have repeatedly experienced them in your mind. Visualization reminds you that the best version of yourself is not somewhere far away. It already exists within you, waiting to be strengthened and expressed. Lesson 7. Cultivate self-compassion. Self-compassion is essential for inner peace and growth. The Buddha taught that we must treat ourselves with the same kindness we offer to others. Yet many people are their own harshest critics. When we make mistakes, we judge ourselves, replay failures, and carry guilt for far too long. But harsh self-judgment only creates more suffering. Self-compassion allows you to acknowledge mistakes without defining yourself by them. It means recognizing that being human includes imperfection. You can practice this through loving kindness meditation. Silently repeat phrases such as, "May I be happy," "May I be at peace." Over time, this reshapes your inner dialogue. Forgive yourself for past mistakes. Let go of unrealistic expectations. Understand that you are constantly growing and evolving. When you treat yourself with compassion, you build emotional resilience. You stop seeking constant validation from others and instead become your own source of support. This creates a steady inner foundation that cannot easily be shaken. In Buddhism, the mind reflects what it is nourished with. Every thought, every influence, and every experience you allow in shapes your inner world and ultimately your life. When you consciously choose to feed your mind with positive, compassionate, and purposeful thoughts, you begin to cultivate peace not only within yourself, but also in the world around you. Remember, every single moment is an opportunity to decide what you feed your mind. Choose wisely. Now, let me ask you, what kind of thoughts are you feeding your mind each day?